Hello and what's up, RBY Pokemon Challenges fam? How you guys doing? We are here for a very special run today because we've just hit 9K subscribers. We're actually over 9,000 now. And that makes me feel like we should do a fighting Pokemon. And this is not going to be a typical video. I'm just going to edit this quick and dirty, throw it up on the channel because it's just kind of a way for me to say thank you guys. Thank you for your support. We'll see if we ever get to 10K. Let's go. Anyway, if we're going to do a fighting type Pokemon in honor of being over 9,000, I think the best Pokemon to do is Machamp. I thought about going the Ozaru route, you know, doing like a Primeape. We might follow up with that, who knows? But for now, we had to do Machamp because it has the nicest base stat total in Gen 1. 420. Oh, look at that. It ranks 30th out of all Pokemon, but it has a massive attack stat with 130 and 90 HP, 80 defense. The speed at 55 is kind of meh. The special, of course, in Gen 1, when special was 1 stat, was pretty meh. But we are in the medium slow level up group, so we're going to level up pretty fast, but we're going to give this one an extra advantage. You see, we're going to give some Gen 2 egg moves. Most particularly Meditate, which is a badge boosting move that also further boosts that super strong attack stat. And we're going to give Rolling Kick at the start of the game just because that was also a Gen 2 egg move. And we'll also add on Ice Punch. Since Ice Punch would be a pretty strong move, pretty useful for coverage, we might be able to use that in some spots to get through. We're going to try to beat the game on minimum battles. So just like that, it is time to take this run, and we're actually going to do this one in Pokemon Blue version, because in Pokemon Yellow, there are effectively 2 Psychic Gym Leaders, which will just destroy this one. I've tried it, it doesn't get through on minimum battles. Even when you add on the badge boosting moves, it just doesn't work. But here in Pokemon Blue, we might just have a chance since Koga is going to more just use poison type Pokemon like he was always supposed to. But let's just see. So our God tier Machamp up here, we're going to see if it actually manages to beat the game. Now, a few notes on my rules in these ones. This is, of course, a solo challenge. Oh, look at that Poliwrath looking tough. Oh my gosh, that might be the actual over 9,000 Pokemon. But anyway, a few things about my rules. Whenever we do these Gen 2 trade back Pokemon, of course, I'm just setting everything in advance. We have to start by losing the Rival 1 fight because you couldn't trade back a Pokemon before Rival 1. And after that, we will have to use Disobedience in this run. So if we get over level 10, this Pokemon's going to become disobedient. It's going to have possibly some troubles at that point, but we'll find out. Right here, though, look at this. The superpower Pokemon. Oh, we're completely OP. And our rival Vegeta picks up a Bulbasaur because it looks like a Cyberman. Come on. I know there is like a DBZ mod. I'm not playing that ROM hack. I am playing just a legit Pokemon Red and Blue. But we do have over 9,000. The Machamp. Look at the stats. 18 attack, 13 defense, 11 speed, 12 special. We've got a moveset that is Karate Chop, Meditate, Rolling Kick, and Ice Punch. That would be a legal Gen 2 moveset that could be traded back to Gen 1, obviously at a higher level. You wouldn't have a level 5 Machamp, but don't worry about that. Come on. Anyway, we're going to fight Rival 1. And like I said, we just have to spam Meditate here because we have to lose this fight. We're not allowed to win. So once we get through this one, and Rival 1, he's just going to enjoy spamming us here, we should be able to then move on without any optional battles in this next section. So there we go. We lose that fight. We didn't have to win that fight. We're truly on minimum battles now. One other thing to note, my battles counter, my scoring system in the bottom right-hand corner there, it is set to work for primarily Pokemon Yellow. I still haven't updated it for Pokemon Red and Blue. That is in my upcoming projects. But so there will be a couple spots where there are trainers that are in Pokemon Red and Blue, but not in Yellow that we have to fight. There's one in Mount Moon. There's like 3 random guys at the top of Lavender Tower, you know, the Pokemon Tower, etc. And in those cases, it's going to count them as optional battles. In the way that I can manipulate that directly here is if I just reset more times, it will actually pull those battles off. That's the way that I usually handle it because I only reset when I'm either losing a battle or have already lost a battle. That's generally how I roll. So it keeps the score just fine. But in this case, it's gonna just have to add on some extra resets to offset those battles. Don't worry about it. Anyway, here we have made it to this bug catcher where I'm just going to spam Karate Chop. And it's not a guaranteed critical hit with a Machamp, actually, because Machamp's speed is too low. A Primeape, on the other hand, is basically guaranteed, short of a 1 in 256 glitch, to always critical hit with Karate Chop. It's all just speed based in Gen 1. But here we can heal up, and let's just make our way into Brock's gym. We can see we're coming in at level 7, and it's because of our increased XP growth rate because of the fact that we're traded Pokemon. So here, Brock, let's try attempt number 1. So of course, Brock, he's going to throw rocks at us, and we're going to tell him to go kick rocks. We're going to kick his rocks. Oh man, that's terrible. Don't kick him in the rocks, boys. Come on. Oh, here we go. So we're going to lead off with a rolling kick. Did about half, just slightly less than half. We get a nice flinch there, and we get to level 10. Now, rolling kick is not quite doing half damage here, but we don't need to do any setup, just get through just like that. And we're all the way up to level 12, thanks to our boosted XP growth from being a traded Pokemon. But that also means that Machamp is now disobedient. We're going to see this in some fights, and it could make some of these that should be really easy fights absolutely terrible. But let's find out. First things first, bug catcher. We're just going to spam the Karate Chops. Let's go. And here we can already see that he's like starting to use like meditate when I'm trying to use Karate Chop or loafing around or anything. And this causes like really, at the end of the day, disobedience is the worst status that a Pokemon can ever have. But we can manage it as long as we just manage to beat Misty fairly quickly. It shouldn't actually be that big of a problem. I used Ice Punch by mistake, but fortunately he corrected it by using Karate Chop, and there we go. We beat Youngster Shorty. Super easy. Okay, we get through that one, but this is a little scary. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. We do win. Nice. So let's just backtrack and get to the last bug catcher. And fortunately, just like that, we get through this whole section and to Mount Moon without a single reset, which is very nice. Good job on you, you super OP Machamp. He's the champ in our hearts, guys. Even if he starts taking resets, we know he's truly the champ. So you could say to get the Mega Punch TM in here. I'm not going to. It doesn't really add anything. I mean, Karate Chop is perfectly fine for this section of the game, especially with its high crit chance. And here's one of the first traders that we have to fight that's not in Pokemon Yellow. This guy right here. He's got the Rattata, and then he's got the Zubat. They should be easy, just one-hit KOs as long as we can actually hit them. But it's just a matter of getting this, obedience. We get through just like that, though. Get to level 17. Let's go ahead and just heal very quickly, and we can take on the Super Nerd. So in this fight, obviously, we want to use Karate Chop because we want to just, ignore neutral effective damage, hopefully get the critical hit. But instead we're using like Ice Punch a bunch. Come on, dude. Why? And now he's meditating. We don't need to meditate when we're using Karate Chop, buddy. But he rolling kicks and one-shots the coughing. Very good. So here we'll get Lord Dome. Let's just run out of here. But we can see some fights are becoming a lot more tedious than they need to be. A lot more. But just like that, we are in Cerulean, so let's take on rival number 2. I'm going to take him on before Misty. Let's just see how he goes. So here, obviously, we have to deal with the Pidgeotto. I think Rolling Kick will do at least significant damage, and Ice Punch finishes it off. Nice. Now, Abra is the spot where, if possible, we can try to set up the Meditates, since obviously it can do no damage to us whatsoever, and now an Ice Punch doesn't do that much. That's perfectly fine. And Karate Chop finally finishes it off. We will not learn Low Kick here. It's slightly weaker than Rolling Kick, so I'd prefer the stronger move in general. Karate Chop still does the job there, though. And now let's Karate Chop here. We need just one more hit. There we go. So we beat our rival Vegeta very, very easily. Look at the blue hair. Look at the blue hair on Vegeta. He's gone Super Saiyajin blue, guys. So here, let's just, we need to take one reset because it counted an optional battle there in Mount Moon, but there we go. So now let's just save the game and we can fight some of these easy trainers going north to Bill's house. And the real advantage we have at this point is that if we can just hit Karate Chop on things, it's basically strong enough to one-shot everything going north on the Cape. So really, it's just a matter of getting the luck. We just don't need to get terrible luck where we hit ourselves in confusion or fall asleep or all the other things that these disobedient Pokemon tend to do. So just like that, we have made it to the final trainer here in this section. Let's just fight this Oddish last here, where technically Ice Punch is probably good enough to get through all three of her Pokemon if we can just hit it. So yeah, we're just one-shotting. We don't even need the Meditates. And Ice Punch, there we go. Easy win. We're all the way up to level 25 where we could learn Leer, but who would want to learn Leer at level 25? Come on. But with that, we can save Billy Boy. We can come see what he's been up to. And we can tell him we want to combine. We want to fuse with our Machamp so that we become super powerful. He's not going to teach us the fusion technique, guys. He's not Piccolo. So here I'm just going to take on the innocent bystander. Then we'll go try out Misty's gym one time. But we've got our little brother here, Machamp, karate chopping us. We can't take that. There we go. We finally karate chop him back. We ignore orders. He disables the karate chop. No, come on. And then we're getting confusioned down and we lose to the innocent bystander. Are you kidding me? Oh, that was stupid. If we just hit karate chop there, I guarantee that we win. Oh, we rolling kicked instead there. Come on, karate chop him. Karate chop him. Come on. He's just disobeying every turn. We finally hit the karate chop. That took like forever. All right, but the innocent bystander does go down. So we win right there. So now it's time to at least try Misty's gym. Let's just see how she actually goes at this point. If we can beat her, we will become obedient again until level 30. We will exceed that before we get to Celadon though. So we just have to keep that in mind. Now, one other thing to remember about disobedience is you actually become more disobedient the higher your level gets. The more you're over the last threshold at which you were obedient, the obedience just gets worse and worse. Now, on the flip side, you also do a lot more damage because you're getting a higher level. So it might make this fight easier. I tested it before in a previous run, just coming straight to Misty, and it didn't work. But now at this level, let's just see if we can beat Misty on the first try. So there she is, of course. She's going to show us her starfish, and we're going to say, hey, what's up, Misty? Nice starfish, but now we're going to kick you. We're going to kick you to the curb. We don't need you. There we go. So here we can lead off with the karate chops. That's what we want to do. Granted, Ice Punch could allow us to just win if we manage to, freeze a Pokemon here. So that is a strat if we get really desperate. Okay, there's a nice karate chop there and a karate chop there, and we beat Misty. We get to level 27, and just like that, we are now obedient again for like 3 levels. We're gonna have to put off Lieutenant Surge, I think, in this one. I don't think... If we manage to somehow still be under level 30, that is. If we're at level 30, I think we just fight him. At least he gives us a badge boost in defense. We'll just see. So here it's time for Pidgey Girl and the guy next to Pidgey Girl, who should be really easy now. Because look at this. We actually just do what we want to do. There we go. You figured it out, Machamp. Follow orders. Oh man, he's gotten too powerful for us, guys, is the problem. Oh, and we get Gen 1 misses with Karate Chop? Are you kidding me? But we easily knock those Pokemon out. We're up to level 28 now. And fortunately on the SSN, the only fight we have to take is rival number 3. All of the other fights on here are completely optional. So you just pop up here. I'm just grabbing the max potion, grab the ether just to have it. And now let's just zip right over to rival 3 here. I'm actually going to get a Great Ball too. We'll need that later on to catch an HM Pokemon. Oh, and do not need to fight that guy in this one. So here we go. Let's save the game and let's fight against our rival. So here I'm going to actually rolling kick right here on Pidgeotto. Very nice. Eradicate, get rolling kicked. Nice. Now Kadabra is faster, I think. No, it's not. Oh, very nice. And a Karate Chop one-shots it. And then how about a Karate Chop on Venusaur? So we one-shot every single member of Rival 3's team. Oh, get wrecked, buddy. So there we can get HM1, and we actually need to catch a Pokemon that can learn HM1. I didn't go the whole route of getting like the Paris sort of thing set up here, but that's okay. There are some Pokemon around, I believe. So here, let's just turn on wild Pokemon so that we can hopefully catch a Bellsprout to let us cut. So there we have, in fact, found a Bellsprout. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to chuck a Great Ball. Oh, look at that. The first Great Ball gets the Bellsprout. And then the second thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to buy a Diglett that knows Dig. I don't know that we want to learn Dig with our Machamp just yet. So it might be better. Yeah, this one knows Dig. Let's just see if we can get this one. Oh yeah, there we go. So we've gotten 2 HM Pokemon here that should help us out quite a bit. And we're just going to turn off wild Pokemon now for a minute. We will still need to catch a flying Pokemon, but we can put that off for a minute because there's no actual immediate need for a flyer. But by catching the Diglett, we also keep access to the Dig TM if we want to use it at some point. So I think it's a win-win. So here we're going to go through all the trash cans in this gym so that we can remind Lieutenant Surge that he is trash. Let's just fight him one time here at level 29. Let's go. So Lieutenant Surge is basically kind of a fighting trainer. He likes to use moves like Mega Punch, Mega Kick, Body Slam in the anime only. You would think all of those moves should have been fighting type, honestly, but they weren't. So here he leads off with his Voltorb. I'm going to Rolling Kick his Voltorb. Get wrecked. Now Pikachu, come on, get Rolling Kicked. Nice. Raichu comes out. He X speeds and he gets kicked in the face. And there we go. We're level 30 now. Easy, easy win. And with that, we just have to get this bike voucher and make our way right back up to Cerulean City where we can progress in this run. So here we go. We're going to make our way over towards Rock Tunnel. We have to fight the Rapping Lass, and this might be our last fight before we level up. I'm not sure. But here against the Rapping Lass herself, I think we just go Karate Chop. Get a nice critical hit there. And it looks like all of these Pokemon, at least with crits, will be one-hit KOs. Very, very easy. And we get to level 31. So now we have to deal with Disobedience. Let's see how it goes as we come up against some Slowpokes in this next section. So here's the first Pokemaniac in the underground. And I think what we want to do is Rolling Kick here. Oh, we Ice Punched instead, but I think that's fine. And now we want to Karate Chop on the Slowpoke. Confusion's fortunately not doing that much damage, so this should be fine, I think. We've got one more Slowpoke right here to take on. And we lose the first attempt there, but let's try again. And we win on the second attempt. So now we can just come and fight the Grass last, and then we'll make our way on to the Rock Tunnel Hiker. Now, it is worth noting that I am running this Pokemon on 0 DVs in spite of the fact that we're massively overpowered. We're not going to use max DVs in this one. So the Rock Tunnel Hiker, we technically should be able to still just one-shot everything. I'm just going to Ice Punch here if I can. But, you know, just keep in mind that if you did this run yourself, you would probably get even better results because you would have a stronger Machamp than what I'm using. And fortunately, just like that, we get through the Rock Tunnel at 23 minutes and 23 seconds. Really not too bad. We're making decent progress with this Pokemon, and I think we'll be okay as we continue through the run. So now we have entered Celadon City, still on minimum battles. Not really that many resets too, and it's time to go take on Erika, I think. The reason is because if we can beat Erika, we will be obedient until level 50, and it's highly unlikely that we will ever be at too high of a level to be obedient if we can just win this fight. So there's only one required beauty in here that we have to fight before Erika herself. Let's take that one on and see if we can get through this. So beauty time, I'm going to go for the Ice Punch here. Karate Chop is also perfectly fine, but the Ice Punch finishes it off. We get to level 34. Let's save the game and just move one tile. There we are in front of Erika. Let's see how she goes on attempt number 1. So fortunately, we don't have a type weakness here. So that should allow us to hopefully get through this fight in one piece without too much trouble. But let's find out. I'm actually a little nervous about status here. So here's what my main game plan is. I'm going to Ice Punch, but Karate Chop also is fine. Wrap is great. Yeah, wrap me. And Ice Punch knocks that one out. Now Tangela just gets one shot right there. We get to level 35. We Karate Chop on Vileplume as it Mega Drains, then the Ice Punch, and we wake up and we beat Erika on the first attempt. And now we are obedient. So this is a massive, massive advantage for this Pokemon now, because now we get tons of moves. We can go get Rock Slide. We can go get other fighting moves like Submission if we want to. It's not that we really want to use Submission, but you know, it is an option here. It's only what, 5% less accurate than the Rolling Kick that we're currently using. So we may as well just grab the TM just in case. Now, one other thing that we'll do, people who watch my runs know, this is where I like to catch my flying Pokemon. We can get a flightless bird and use it to fly. Look at this Doduo right here. And just like that, we get Doduo on the first Great Ball. And now we don't need any more wild Pokemon for this entire run. I'm just going to turn them off. You don't have to, obviously. You can do whatever you want. But for me, I think this is the way to go. So here we can go ahead and use the Fly HM, teach it to our Doduo, and somehow it's going to fly us back to Celadon. And just like that, we can basically just move on to the Rocket Game Corner. And I think we're just going to clean up for a minute, because now we don't have to worry about any of that nonsense anymore. Machamp, he respects us now that we beat up a flower girl. There we go. So there are a lot of spots in this Rocket hideout that are very different from Pokemon Yellow. One of the first ones is this guy right here with the card key. In Pokemon Yellow, he just automatically drops the card key. But here we're going to see that he doesn't drop it immediately. There's nothing right here. We have to talk to him again to get him to drop the lift key so that we can actually pick it up and use the elevator. I guess they decided that that was too hard for kids to figure out back in the day. You know, maybe we were just running around like, how do I progress? It was one of those things in the old days of RPGs where you just learned that you had to talk to every NPC to figure out how to progress sometimes. Because if you missed even one NPC, you would like not be able to progress in the game. The second big difference is right here. In Pokemon Yellow, you fight one fight here, which is Jesse and James, but here we have to fight these two Rocket Grunts. The overlay is going to count these as optional battles. I'm going to just reset afterwards to get rid of them, but let's see how the fights actually go. So this guy leads off with a Sandshrew. I think we can just Ice Punch it. Now his Ekans comes out. We're just going to Karate Chop, and the Sand Slash, I guess Ice Punch? Nice. Yes. Easy one-hit KO. Let's save the game. Now let's fight this guy. And here we can Karate Chop his Ekans. We already know that the Ice Punch will do the job on Sandshrew. And Arbok lets Karate Chop. It's not a one-hitter, it's a two-hitter, but we do get through that fight. Very nice. So like I said, we've got two optional battles showing there. It's just because these guys aren't in yellow. We're going to reset twice to get rid of those. So there we go. The overlay is going to show 2 additional resets. So we're just going to have to count off like about 5 resets in this one just because of the extra battles that are required. Here, let's come and fight against Giovanni. So Giovanni was one of those that I always liked fighting with a fighting type because of the fact that everything is actually weak to fighting type in this fight. Look at the Rolling Kick just completely like just sweep the whole team. Oh, look at that. And we get to level 38. Easy win and grab the Silph Scope. Now we can just dig on out of here. And it's time to make our way back to Lavender. And now that we've made our way into the Pokémon Tower, it's time to fight Rival 4. Let's just see how he goes. He leads off with Pidgeotto. I think I'm going to Ice Punch it. Easy one-hit KO there. The Gyarados comes out. Now here's where I think we got a Karate Chop. It's not quite a one-hitter, but it is a two-hitter. Now Growlithe should just be as simple as Rolling Kicking it. Kadabra needs to be Karate Chopped. We're still faster than Kadabra, fortunately, because we're just at a higher level. And finally, I'm just going to Karate Chop the Ivysaur. Easy, easy victory. Now, we also have Ice Punch, which allows us to hit Ghosts. Later on, we're going to replace this with something like Earthquake, which will completely destroy them. But for now, let's just stick with the Ice Punch. Let's not learn extra TMs if we don't need them. Here, Nightshade doesn't do that much. It's a 2-hit KO on the first Ghastly. We get confused, which is kind of bad, but we do win easily, easily, easily. So we just need to get not bad luck on these channelers and we should be just fine. And just like that, we've beaten both channelers, no difficulty whatsoever. We get to level 40 here. Let's take on Ghosty Mama and then get to the top of the tower. So here is the Ghost Marowak, and I think Ice Punch is the solution. Easy win. Now, this is another spot that's very different between Pokemon Red and Blue and Pokemon Yellow. There are 3 battles up here, as opposed to in Pokemon Yellow, you just, again, fight Jesse and James. They just replaced, like, multiple Rocket Grunts with Jesse and James in Pokemon Yellow. But here, these 3 are going to count as optional. Yet again, we'll just reset to get rid of them, so we should be down around 99 on the score after this. The good news is that none of these trainers are particularly hard. Like, we can basically just one-shot everything thanks to our much higher level and the fact that we have a massive attack stat. And after a bunch of one-hit sweeps, we've saved Mr. Fuji. Let's just take him down out of here. Let's save the game here to get rid of those optional battles that are actually not optional battles on the score. So 3 resets here just to get ourselves back to even. And there we go. We have a score of 99 at this point, with about half of those resets actually not being legit, just being due to getting rid of some of the optional battles off of the count that weren't actually. So we probably actually only have like 5 real resets so far. But here I'm going to actually try to take on Rival 5 and Giovanni first, before I go anywhere else. The idea here is that we could get access to Earthquake, and if we get Earthquake, then we've got a move that we'll want to use the rest of the run that will also be really good against Koga. So here we easily 2-shot the Arbok. Let's just run over here, get the card key. Oh, no room for items. Rip. Let's take care of this really quickly. And now let's go try Rival 5 for the first time. Now, this is a fight that's actually pretty scary, because in Pokemon Red and Blue, he has a Pidgeot, and he has an Alakazam. The Alakazam will definitely outspeed and will definitely want to use Psychic type moves. We might just get wrecked. This might just be impossible, but let's test it one time. So here against Rival 5, I'm going to lead off with an Ice Punch still. Pidgeot is really fast, but it gets frozen. Here, Gyarados now. I'm going to Karate Chop it. It gave me a Leer, but we should be able to get through this one, I think. Now, Growlithe is a decent spot to meditate, I think, and just get some badge boosts. Oh, but he knocks me out with the takedown. Okay, let's try this again. So when we froze that Pidgeot, we probably should have just sat there and used meditate at that point. Oh, instead we get a critical hit this time. Let's see if we can freeze Gyarados or something. We did get the freeze there, but we're on very low health, so we're probably losing this attempt as well. And sure enough, Alakazam just goes Confusion. It's only going to go Confusion or Psybeam here, so we'd have to get here with really, really good health to have any shot whatsoever. So instead, I am going to go down to Koga's gym. Now, of course, Koga's gym also has Psychic-type trainers. The 2 jugglers that are required there are just going to spam Psychic-type Pokemon, but they don't use Smart AI, so they don't necessarily know to go for their Psychic-type moves, and that could give us the advantage that we need. So here, let's get into Koga's gym. Let's just see how this fight goes. We're going to Karate Chop on that Drowsy. Easy 1-hit KO. We get to level 42. Karate Chop there. He withdraws the Kadabra, but now we get a Karate Chop it, hopefully. Confusion didn't do enough, and we win that fight easily. So now it's on to the Drowsy Hypno guy. Let's just see how he goes. Karate Chop is not going to one-shot here, but again, he's not going to use Smart AI, so he headbutts there. Another easy victory as we get to level 43. So right here, I think the best strategy is to try to take on Koga. I'm going to try to just beat him with my current moveset. If it doesn't work, then we may go for the dig strats here, just because then obviously we'll have a super effective move. But let's just put off that TM if we don't need it. So Koga is obviously less scary in this version. My intro shows the Venonat and Venomoth team because that's what he has in yellow. But here he's actually quite a bit worse with the 2 coughings and the wheezing that likes to blow up. So here the best strategy is probably just to go for the Karate Chops and try to get the crits, which, I mean, we should mostly crit here. So we knock out all these Pokemon so far with no damage taken. We did get an accuracy drop. We will not learn Seismic Toss here. And here we just need to deal enough damage. He uses Toxic, but we knock him out on the first attempt. Koga is just an absolute joke in Pokemon Red and Blue compared to Pokemon Yellow. Like, that fight is actually hard in Pokemon Yellow because of his incredibly good speed, the fact that he uses Sleep Powder, the fact that he has Toxic, The fact that everything's spamming psychic type moves, yeah, it's just night and day between the two versions. So now I think we want to get a water type Pokemon because we could just go down and try to beat Blaine at this point, especially because he's a lot worse in this version. So the simplest way to do it is just to grab the Eevee up here, and then we can just go and evolve it into a Vaporeon, and then we've got our Surf user without needing to go catch any more wild Pokemon. So sure enough, we are able to just evolve a Vaporeon right there. And let's just go ahead and make our way down to Blaine's gym now, where we can get a badge boost in special that might just help us against that Rival 5 fight and against Sabrina, who's coming off right after him. So here we can make a very quick run through this Pokemon Mansion. We're just going to grab the full restore, the 2 rare candies, and the secret key. There's nothing else that we need in here. And again, we do no vitamins in these runs, so nothing is being boosted up here. We're just going with our normal basic stats here as we run. So here, let's just dig right on out of here, and let's make it now to Blaine's fight. So with the final question, Tombstone or Brothers, let's get into this fight against Blaine. Let's see if we can beat him on the first attempt. So Blaine, I mean, he's a lot scarier in yellow when he has the Ninetales, the Rapidash, and the Arcanine. Here he's actually going to lead off with a Growlithe in Pokemon Red and Blue. I need to make an updated intro for Red and Blue. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Sorry, guys. We'll do that for 10K, okay? So here, I'm going to lead off with the Meditates, as he's just going to spam Agility here because he thinks it's super effective. So we get just free setup, and now Rolling Kick, one-shots. Here, Ponyta, get one shot. Here, Rapidash, get one shot. And here, Arcanine, not a one-hit KO because we got a crit, but we easily beat Blaine. And there we go. We have all the badge boosts in now. So we should be significantly better when we go back and fight Rival 5. Still on minimum battles, still no nonsense, just some resets, but that's just due to the fact that we had to, take a couple lucky spots and we had to offset some of those optional battles that weren't optional battles. I don't know, guys. I feel pretty good about this one. I think we have a decent shot to outspeed here even once we finally get to the Alakazam. So let's just see. So here, Rival 5, next attempt, I'm going to Rolling Kick here just because it is neutrally effective. It does not one-shot, but it does get the flinch, so very nice. Here, I'm going to Karate Chop. This looks like a 2-hit KO there. Now I'm going to start meditating because we want to outspeed against that Alakazam. If we can manage to outspeed, I think we're just fine here. Karate Chop, one-shots, yes. And here, let's go for the Karate Chop on Venusaur, and the Vine Whip takes us down. We leveled up just before that final Venusaur. Here, I'm just going for some Ice Punches here because I guess we just want to get the chance to badge boost up if we can. Here, Rolling Kick does the job there. Karate Chop does the job there. We level up, Karate Chop, and Karate Chop. There we go. So we get through on the second attempt right there. Very nice. We can now pick up Lapras, who will be the last member of our team. Of course, we're just going to use it as our strength user, and we can just progress upstairs. Now, normally, this is where we would immediately be encountered again by Jesse and James in Pokemon Yellow, but here we actually have another random rocket guy that we have to fight. He's got the Cubone and the Marowak, and I believe a Drowsy in between. But here, just Ice Punch the Cubone. Nice. We're going to Karate Chop the Drowsy. And then I think we just go back to an Ice Punch there. Easy one-hit KO. Easy win. So now let's save the game. Let's take on Giovanni, who's generally a joke anyway. And let's just see how this fight goes. We're going to Karate Chop Nidorino. He's going to lead off with Kangaskhan next. We're just going to Rolling Kick it. Rhyhorn, get Rolling Kicked. Nice. And Nidoqueen, I guess. Ice Punch? He's going to be a 2-hit KO. So another very easy victory. And we have defeated the entire Silph Co section. Now we have to take one reset because it did count that other trainer, that, Cubone Marowak trainer, as an optional battle. Yet again, just because it's not in Pokemon Yellow. So with that though, we can now go upstairs where we can get access to a rare candy and we can get access to Earthquake. Both of which I think are very useful as we go through the rest of this run. So after digging out and putting some items that we don't need into the PC, it's time to go try Sabrina. This could be the spot where we actually need to use some rare candies or something. It's just going to depend if we can find a spot to badge boost up successfully. Let's go. So of course, in Pokemon Yellow, she has the Abra, the Kadabra, the Alakazam. But here in Pokemon Red and Blue, she's going to lead off with Kadabra. Then she's got a Mr. Mime, Venomoth, and finally the Alakazam is her ace. Let's just see how this goes. Now, against this Kadabra, we're faster and we one-shot. Now, against Mr. Mime, I think this is a decent spot to go for the Meditate because we can get things like Barrier. It will use Confusion sometimes, but we really just want the speed here. We get confused, which was kind of bad, and we hit ourselves in confusion. But now Karate Chop does one-shot there. Karate Chop one-shots there, and Karate Chop just misses the range, but she uses Reflect with Alakazam. Oh, there we go. So Sabrina, waifu, goes down on the first attempt. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's stupid. Oh, I'm enjoying this too much. Being over 9,000, guys. I feel like I'm too strong for the game of Pokemon. I feel like we've just got this now. So here, let's run up to Giovanni's gym. We all know that this is really just the pregame. The Elite Four and the Champion are going to be where it really ramps up. But let's just see. Here, this guy, we can just Ice Punch. Oh, very nice. And now we're going to fight against a fighting trainer. This, I think, is the first time we've had a pure fighting trainer against us. We're going to show him that we have far better fighting skills than him. Oh, we didn't one-shot, though. No, rip. Here, let's Rolling Kick his Machamp. There we go. And then Rolling Kick does get the range on the second Machoke. So, easy victory right there. Now, let's just make our way to Blaine. Or, sorry, not Blaney Boy. Let's make our way to Giovanni. And let's just see if we can beat him. So, in Pokemon Red and Blue, he actually leads off with a Rhyhorn. He doesn't have the Persian. The order's a little out of whack where it's Rhyhorn, the Nidos, then I believe Dugtrio. Then finally it gets to the Rhydon. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lead off with the Meditates right here because we're not really scared of anything from Rhyhorn. So let's just get all the badge boosts. And now we can go for the Rolling Kick and one-shot it. Now we get a Dugtrio out. Sorry, I lied. Dugtrio's second. Now we can Ice Punch the Nidos. They're going to be 2-hit KOs, but they don't know any good moves in this version. And finally, we've made it all the way to the end. We're not going to learn Submission. We've got a TM if we want it. Let's just Rolling Kick there and destroy that Rhydon. Look at that. Look at that, guys. So we have basically destroyed all of Kanto up to this point. But there are only 6 trainers remaining. We've got Rival 6. We've got the 4 Elite Four members and then the Champion. We could hit a wall somewhere in here because there is quite a bit of power creep at this point in the game. But let's start off against Rival 6. Let's see if we can beat him. So here, I think the strategy is to Rolling Kick here, just hoping to maybe get a flinch or something. It's a 2-hit KO either way. Now I think we can set up on the Rhyhorn with our Meditates. Not sure we want all of them here though, because I think we're going to level up pretty soon. So here we've gotten to the Gyarados, where I'm just going to Ice Punch it a few times. I think this is a fair play, and nice, it gets frozen. Now Growlithe comes out, and we did level up, but Growlithe just wants to use Agility, so now we can just Rolling Kick that one. Alakazam, let's see how it goes here. Karate Chop doesn't quite get it, but he gets in a healing range, and now we've made it to the Venusaur, where Vine Whip, Poison Powder, we don't care about any of that. We easily win. Rival 6 goes down, and we're on to the league. So I gotta say, like, I decided to do this run as just a bit of a meme, but it's actually a lot better than I thought it would be. I thought we were gonna hit some, like, major walls somewhere. It could still happen, don't get me wrong, but up to this point, this has been an insanely smooth run, and it's been just incredible. And I'm just going to take this opportunity to say some thank yous to people who have supported the channel for a long, long time. We got to start with, of course, the channel members themselves, as I realize I don't have strength, rip. But starting with the channel members, of course, at the very top, we've got Super Saiyajin Derp and Super Saiyajin Jared Rose. Both guys have been supporting in the top tier of the channel membership. Got Super Saiyajin Jared Rose also on Patreon, which is incredible. But I just got to say to both of you, your contributions are just huge to me. It's not like I'm trying to make tons of money here or anything like that, but it is super motivating just to know that people want to support me at that level. Then I've got people like Mistral Psycho, of course, who are supporting on Patreon and in the Pokemon Center tier, which is incredible. And, you know, we've gotten great ideas out of these channel members with run ideas. Everything from the Bruno challenge to the Fossil challenge, which was inspired by Mistral Psycho saying that they liked both the Kabutops and the Missing No. So it was like, let's put them together. Just really fun runs come out of some of the things that these people suggest. Then all of the other channel members, of course, are huge for the channel. We've still got people who comment all the way from back when I first started, including Andrew Palmer, who's a channel member. He was commenting on my videos back when I had like 12 subscribers. And the fact that he's followed me all the way up to where we now are at 9K is just incredible to me. And I always just feel really blessed that so many people are enjoying the content with me. Like, I'm not a perfect speed runner. I'm not perfect at what I do by any means. I've got tons of room to improve. I feel all the time in terms of my editing, in terms of my talking, in terms of my, making interesting runs. I have tons of things that I want to do better. But the fact that people are willing to roll with me while I kind of figure it out is just great. I just gotta say, like, I had some really interesting experiences in the last year with this channel because I went through a period where, like, I had one video that basically blew me up from 50 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers. And then I kind of coasted off of that for a little bit until we got to about 2K. But then after reaching 2K, things actually flattened out quite a bit. I thought I would hit 3K really quick, and I didn't. And I learned that, look, it's not about, you get a big bump and then you just stay up there, right? You got to keep figuring out new ways to make interesting content that people want to see. And, sometimes you got to learn and grow and just evolve. And by doing that, we managed to hit another big ramp up over the last fall. But you got to understand, like, after I hit 2K, I had a period where I dropped down, where I was making like less than 1,000 views per video for a while. And it was really scary for me. Like, I thought maybe I had just, kind of done it and had a little success and then failed. And so this second wind that came in, starting with the Mewpoo versus Godcarp run last summer, has been really incredible. And then yet again, you see lulls and this and that. And one of the strangest things that happened to me in the last year was that I had a video that I posted back in December, not that long ago, that went from like, my previous video was getting like 50K views and it got like 5K views. I was really disappointed. And I had to stop myself and just remind myself, 5K people watched this, and it was not my best work by any means. Like, I can admit that. But 5K people thought that this was a cool enough idea to check it out. Oh, I already got that one. Rip. So, like, everything is a matter of perspective. And it's so easy in this YouTube world to get really obsessed with numbers and, how many subscribers, how many views, blah, 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 blah. But one of the things that I've really focused on this last couple months, especially, is just reminding myself to be really grateful for everybody who's here right now. It's not that everybody who's watching this video is going to be watching the next video or even the next video. We might see each other once and that's it, and we never see each other again. I still just want to say thank you for being here. Just, it's awesome. And, if you really do like what I do, just share to other people who might like it too. Don't really ask much more than that. Like, I thank the channel members a lot, of course, because of their contributions, but I don't not appreciate everybody else just as much. I don't know. That didn't make any sense. I should put this a different way. I appreciate everybody who watches, and I just hope that you have fun. I hope I make your day a little better. Anyway, here we are. We have made it to the Elite Four. Let's just put our Pokemon into the PC, and we're going to put everything except our Machamp, who is over 9,000. He's using the Kaioken, guys. Yes, he's completely overpowered when he meditates. Let's go. Oh, there's a sale button. Oh, there's like sale bins here, guys. Anyway, let's take on Lorelei. First attempt right here. So fortunately, none of the Elite Four have different teams. So everything for these intros is accurate. And we have the fighting type, so we should have an advantage right here on this first trainer. In Pokemon Red and Blue, Lorelei uses pure smart AI, so she's just going to spam rest against a fighting type. It was changed in Pokemon Yellow, where she has a 40% chance not to use smart AI, just because of potential infinite battles. But here, this one lets us just do all of our setup right here, and then a rolling kick one-shots there, a rolling kick one-shots there. Against the Slowbro, I think we go to our Karate Chops, but let's just see. Because, yeah, Rolling Kick takes that one down. We level up right there, so we're slower than Jinx, but Rolling Kick will one-hit KO. And if we can just land a Rolling Kick here, oh yeah, Lapras, easy victory. So now we're going to come into Bruno, and we're going to say, hey, Bruno, we know that you like fighting Pokemon, but you're not over 9,000, buddy. Oh, look at this guy. He's gonna come in. He's gonna, throw rocks at us. We're gonna kick his rocks, and then we're gonna just kick all of his other Pokemon. We're gonna outkick Hitmonlee here. We're gonna show Hitmonlee how to actually kick properly. So here, let's just set up a couple meditates because we can. Look at the rock throw coming in and rage. Oh man, I forgot that in Pokemon Red and Blue he knew rage with his Onix. Oh, let's just ice punch it. There we go. So now we can just rolling kick. And this is all just about power. Pure, unadulterated power from here on out as we just rolling kick his Machamp. And there we go. Level 57. We have beaten everything up to this point very, very easily. Now, this is the spot where I'm going to finally learn a TM. I'm going to learn TM26, Earthquake. And we're going to learn it over Karate Chop. Like, we've been using a lot of Karate Chop up to this point, but Karate Chop's starting to get to be too weak. And Earthquake is going to be the much better move on a lot of Pokemon. So let's just try Agatha here with this setup. Obviously, she's going to be really, really random. We know that about Agatha. If she puts us to sleep, she could just destroy us with Dream Eaters. But if we can get the setup, we're going to completely wreck, I think. So here, let's just... Ooh, wait a second. Sorry about that, guys. I still have my moveset locked in on Game Hook. So we taught Earthquake, but it didn't keep. So there, I just edited that. Let's just save the game so that we have the Earthquakes. And let's try this fight again. So here, I'm just going to try to go straight into Earthquake here. And that is a one-hit KO. Very nice. Now, we can Ice Punch here, I think. Ooh, we get the swap, but there we can just knock that one out. Very good. Let's Ice Punch as she uses Haze. Okay, it's a nice two-hitter there, though. Let's meditate right here, just because I want to get some badge boost. She goes for the Nightshade, but we one-shot, and Earthquake one-shots Arbok. We survive with 1 HP on the first legit attempt against Agatha. Very nice. I had one reset there. It shows an optional battle because I reset, so we're just going to reset again to get rid of that because we are still on minimum battles. 1 TM. This is just still incredible, though. Here we go into Lancey Boy. Let's see how he goes. So obviously we have to worry about a lot of things, but he can go Leer, he can go Hydro Pump, Hyper Beam, he can go for Dragon Rage with his Gyarados, and then we've got Ice Punch for everything else. Let's just see. So here, oh, we didn't heal. RIP. Oh, with 1 HP, we do not get through that fight. I'm sorry, guys. Let's full restore. Let's drop an elixir as well. Let's save the game. Let's try this again. So here, I'm going to start by setting up Meditate. And Hydro Pump did a lot of damage, and then Hyper Beam gets a critical hit. That was bad luck. We kind of want like a Hyper Beam turn 1. But here's the other thing that we can do. We can go for the freeze, because if we just manage to get everything set up, I think we could just sweep here. So there we have actually frozen his Gyarados after just 1 Hyper Beam. So we can set up all the badge boosts here. And now I guess just Earthquake or Rolling Kick. Nice. Here we can Earthquake on the 2 Dragonair. So we leveled up to level 59 right there, but I think this is fine. Now against the Aerodactyl, I'm going to Rolling Kick it. That will one-shot. And now Ice Punch on the Dragonite is a 2-hit KO, but he will never damage us. So that is an easy, easy victory. So there we go. It took a few attempts, but no problems. And we are to the champion And we have yet to use a single rare candy. We've still got 11 in the bag. Let's see if we can now win this one. We took a reset there on Lance. That's why it shows an optional battle. So I'm just going to reset once here for that. And now let's save the game and see how it goes against the champion. So the champion obviously has a different team here. He's going to lead off with Pidgeot, then the Alakazam, then the Rhydon. Then I believe he's going to have Gyarados, Arcanine, and finally his Venusaur. Let's just see how it goes as we go through this. So one factor here is that we would like to badge boost up before we get to the Alakazam, because we're probably going to need to be able to one-hit KO there. So here I'm going to now rolling kick this one. Okay, we get through. Alakazam, let's Earthquake it. Nice, one-hit KO there. Here we're going to Earthquake Rhydon. Easy victory. Oh, what is this? Wait just a second, what happened? Well, we somehow glitched the game. Wait a second. I'm not doing anything intentionally here. We're resetting there because that should not have happened. How did that happen? I'm really confused. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm really confused. What just happened there? So here, Ice Punch. Let's just go for the freeze maybe. Psychic. Does not one-shot. Okay. So here now, I think we can Earthquake here. Okay. And now Gyarados, I'm gonna Ice Punch it. Ideally, we want the freeze here. We do not get the freeze. Okay. Let's try this again. So rolling kick should do more than enough damage. There we go. We get through that one. Psychic. And we Earthquake to one shot. Oh, but this is kind of bad. He misses Horn Drill. Goes Tail Whip. So here I'm just gonna rolling kick him. And now Ice Punch. And he Hyper Beams. Okay. Like, the whole issue is that we're leveling up right there. So I'm going to drop one rare candy just to try to avoid that level up. Let's see if we can do this again now. So here, rolling kick, he wing attacks, we rolling kick, we get through that first Pokemon. Psybeam comes in this time. We get confused, but we do manage to knock out the Alakazam. Now we can start setting up some meditates to get badge boosts. He tail whips, Leer. Okay, let's just rolling kick him. Let's just rolling kick there. It's not quite a one-hitter, but we get the flinch from Gyarados. Now we've leveled up right here, but we can go Earthquake. One-shot there. And let's see the Earthquake right here. It one-shots, and just like that, with only one rare candy at the very end on the champion, we beat the game on minimum battles. Now, it shows an optional battle, yet again, just because I reset against the champion. Whenever I'm resetting against an opponent, it will tend to show an optional battle there. I gotta get that fixed in the overlay. But man, I will take that. 96.35. It's actually going to be higher than that after we get rid of that random reset there. And we've been over 9,000, guys. Look at that. Oh, he's over 9,000. He's in the official Hall of Fame. Oh, we've beaten the game. An hour, 10 minutes, and 51 seconds. Really not a bad time. You know, for me, completely unoptimized for a guy of my skill. Not bad at all. You could probably get a faster time, especially if you go with a max DVs hit or a champ here. But that is pretty cool. So there's only one last question that we need to answer, guys. You know what it is. I know what it is. And see, we even get rid of the optional battle there just as we start the game again. It counts a reset right there, so no problem. We are on minimum battles. This worked. 1 TM, 1 rare candy. That is kind of stupid when you think about it. We had one fight where we glitched the game. What I can say, what likely happened, because I encountered exactly that glitch when I was doing the fossil race, is that there is a situation where if you level up too much, and keep in mind that we are in the medium slow level up group, but with like extra XP coming in, you can get this weird situation where you actually end up with like more damage than what you actually had HP, and it causes an underflow. That's clearly what happened there, but that was really bizarre. I did not expect that. But yeah, that's why we just reset there, because that sort of glitch, obviously it's not legit. We're not going to accept that as our result to get victory, even though it would have been pretty hilarious to be invincible for a minute, which we were invincible at that point. You've got to understand, I've done this before. I understand exactly what was happening there. But yeah, let's come to the end of the game. Let's get to the ultimate challenge. especially for this type of Pokemon. Let's just walk through walls because we're completely OP. Yes, the game, it was broken, guys. Let's get right over here and let's fight against Mewtwo, the legend himself. And if we can beat him with this Machamp, I feel pretty darn good. Let's just see. So there's Mewtwo. I think the original red and blue sprite isn't really all that good, but you know, just my opinion. Oh, here, look how little damage we did. Here, I'm going to meditate, and now I think we ice punch him, because if we freeze him, we will win. And if he psychics us, we'll probably lose. Oh, there he's frozen though. Yes. Oh, now get kicked. Get kicked. Oh, we beat him. Look at that. Oh, and we caused the overflow again. Not sure what that's all about, but one way or another, we didn't use that in battle, okay? So don't worry about this. As we now glitch out the game as we just heal to get rid of that ridiculous HP bar. That was fun. I don't understand what happened right there at the end. Somebody explained this to me, how I somehow overflowed or underflowed the game. Because we have 206 HP. And we legitimately fought all those fights with our actual stats. So I don't know if it's something that I've done with GameHook or what, but it never came into effect in an actual battle. So don't worry about it, I guess. I mean, it's Pokemon Red and Blue, guys. This game is completely broken. And clearly we have over 9,000 HP. Because, do I need to spell it out for you guys? Do I really need to spell it out? Come on. Anyway, this Pokemon, Machamp, he is the champ. I appreciate you guys. I don't know, someday we'll get to 10K. We'll do another video. Until then, I just want to say again, I appreciate y'all for being here. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.